Global Service Center Philippines Unlimited, MNL GSC, Sales TNM Analytics and Disputes Department. So hello guys. For this Hi. So for this one, before we continue or we start with our first module for today, which is the basic shipping knowledge, so I'd like to hear your golden voices first. So I had two segments. This is what I call getting to know you and getting to know the company, of course. But for now, let's go on with getting to know you. Okay, for getting to know you, I'd like to know just three things. Just three things. For getting to know you, I'd like to know how about your height, your weight. Is it okay? Your weight? And
No, I'm not telling you how much I weigh.
or your
It's
vital
embarrassing.
statistics. Is it okay? Your height, your weight, and your vital statistics. It's okay
Oh my
with you?
God, I am not saying that.
Ah,
That
okay.
is so embarrassing.
Okay,
I'm
leave it
telling my
aside.
height though.
Okay, I'd like to know your name. Okay,
Okay.
it's just a joke. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So I'd like to know your
I'm on.
name, and then your previous employer, and the last one
Okay.
is just brief description of your hobby. Okay, let's start with you. So what's your name?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm Tuhina. Hi, Cindy. I'm Tuhina.
Yes.
So I was with Wipro before this.
Yes.
I was their design lead for their e-learning programs.
Wow.
Yes. Before that, I was delivery manager for talent transformation with Wipro. And my hobby, I have many hobbies, but I haven't been able to do anything about them for the last month because I've moved. And what I don't mind telling you about is my height, which I'm very happy about. I'm 5'7.5".
Oh, 5'7".
I'm a tall girl. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much for that, Tuhina. And
Yeah.
and before we proceed, so let me introduce myself first. But I think you have just mentioned my name. So I'm Cindy, and then you can call me with my fairy tale name, Cinderella.
Okay.
Yeah, you know Cinderella, of course. And my previous work is from a local banking industry, is West Banking Corporation. Then I worked there for less than 2 years. And then this is my present right now. And then my hobby is just simply writing anything that I want from my planner. Anything special that was happened today, like this. So I will just write it to my planner. Okay. And for getting to know the company, so just a brief recall. I hope you, or I believe you just finished your employee orientation program, right? So
That's right.
yeah, so just a review. So as we all know, the founder of MERS is Arnold Moller, or Arnold Peter Moller. And then it was founded April 16, 1904. That's the official founding date. And of course, we have to remember the MERS vision, which is to we create opportunities in global commerce, which is for easy for customers and then efficient for us. And then we must give the corporate values, which is the constant care, then humbleness, uprightness, our name, and our employees. So that's it. We have so much talking. And then we will proceed. We will proceed with the basic shipping knowledge. So, okay, for this one, for the basic shipping knowledge, so actually, we all know that First Line is the #1 shipping line in the country. So, for the first, you can see the slides. You have your slides there.
Yes.
Okay. So for the first one, the shipping cycle. So let's say this is the, can you see it? This is the shipper. Okay, so it all starts with the customer or the shipper. So the customer or the shipper will ask the sales agent for a quotation. So I'll mark it as number 1. So customer will ask for the sales agent for a quotation, the shipper. And then number 2, if quote is given and acceptable to a customer, then booking process will take place. So that is number 2. So first one is the customer and number 2 is the quotation or the code. And then, so upon booking process, so container will be allotted to a customer. And then, so I'll mark it as number 3. So first one is the customer, second is the code, and number 3 is booking process, and at the same time, a container will be allotted to a customer. And then, number 4, container will then be moved to the customer premises. So I'll mark it as number 4. And then, number 5, so do you have any questions so far? Am I too fast?
No.
Okay.
No, you're fine, thank you.
Okay, if you have question, just interfere. Just raise your hand and ask me, okay? So, is everything clear so far?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'll proceed with step number 5. At the container warehouse, cargo stuffing will take place. So, that is point number 5. And then number 6, after the container stuffing, the cargo or the container will be moved to the terminal and loading process will take place. So that is number 6. And then number 7, documentation process will take place and OBL will be issued to customers. So you know what is OBL? So that is the original bill of lading. So later on, we'll have it discuss it deeper. But for now, OBL, or this is the proof of the shipment, it will be issued to the customer. That is point number 7 in the shipping cycle. And then, the vessel sales. And then after the vessel sales, cargo will arrive at destination and inbound process begins. And then after that, during the inbound process, customer service import agent will notify the consignee that the cargo will be arriving at the terminal. So after that, vessel arrival will take place and container will be discharged at the terminal. So the number 10 is the customer service agent will inform the consignee for the shipment that will be arriving at the terminal. Then point number 11, vessel arrival will take place and discharge at the terminal. And for point number 12, consignee will have to settle all the charges, the collect charges, and arrange for a port clearance. And then point number 13, so after settlement of the charges and obtaining clearance, consignee will then track the container to a warehouse. And then number 14, at consignee's warehouse, container stripping will take place. And then I just added point 15, which is customer returns container after stripping. So you have questions so far before we proceed to the next slide?
No.
No. Okay. So that's good. Or if you have hanging questions, you can write down and then just simply raise your hand, okay? And then the next slide would be, where are we in the shipping cycle? So for the I've mentioned 15 points in the shipping cycle. Now I'd like it to relate the different areas or department where we are in the shipping cycle. So we are in disputes, right? So what do you think within the shipping cycle we have a major role?
Whenever something goes wrong, so a customer will call us and, they will email or call and say, you've charged me too much, or I didn't ask for a 20 feet container. I don't know, something like anything that goes wrong is where we come in.
Okay, so if that's the case, that if there's if they are disputing you're charging 20 containers about the container, so that is really the disputes. So we can check, we can validate what's wrong. Is it in the booking, or is it in the booking process itself that needs to be checked. So for this one, I'd like to incorporate about the sales T&M. So for the 15, for the 15 points that I've mentioned earlier, sales T&M have a major role on the first and the second. The first is the customer and the code. So as we all know that sales and T&M are the responsible persons to sell what we have in Burst Line, and then for them to deal with the rates. So that is the function of the sales T&M in the shipping cycle, the customer and the code. So as you